Yo, Happy New Year for 2020. Here we are, the 2nd of January on a Thursday. Just about to do a little video, but give you a little rundown. New South Wales, Australia, fires. It's not only New South Wales, but they're stretching up into Queensland and further over to the west. But here you see the massive plume of smoke that's drifted across the Tasman. Huge, absolutely bloody huge. Just looking at the 31st of December, last day of the year. But I'll show you something else. Yesterday, we woke up and most people on the South Island especially couldn't believe what they were seeing when they looked out the window. It was a weird, eerie, gloomy, orangey, brown, whatever colour you want to call it, tinge. Well, there's a reason. That's the mass there, huge, still stretching out way past. And you come over to, where are we? There's Melbourne, there's Sydney, absolutely ginormous. But what just got me looking, where are we, the 2nd? So there we go, the North Island is now copped the smoke, the South Island is now clearing, smoke free, kind of, still more pouring over, like a teapot. It's hard to fathom the scale of what's burning over there, but interesting to see the uniformed pumped out lines down Tasmania way. And I see Tasmania too also had a fire just somewhere up under here, but we're not looking at Tassie. Come back over here. Okay, back to the South Island. This is a AM shot. Wouldn't have a clue what time of the day they take it, but AM. Now what happens when we click on to PM? Of course we still see massive amounts of smoke. We'll see this for days. Smoke, and more massive plume off now the North Island. But media have shown these satellite images, but it's interesting to see again media fail to show these. Oh, it's condensation. I'll tell you what, you think that's bloody condensation? Go into your kitchen, boil your jug, watch that condensation come out of that bloody neck and evaporate. Well, it's funny how these here don't evaporate like condensation should. These will actually, see there how thin it is. So the aeroplane must be heading towards New Zealand. So it's thin, it's been dispersed, and as it goes backwards, you see that trail getting larger and fanning out. This one here, you see the shadow, reflective. We go back up into here, we can see even more, and I think I've seen some more up around in there, and so on. Some people call them chemtrails, but you throw the word chemtrail and the sheep, the sleepy ones, will throw the word conspiracy with it. Wake up. This is for your own good. But I'll just carry on. Just remember what this looks like. I'll go on to something else. We'll pop over to this Hawaii 8WV. So this is on the 2nd. And what we're seeing here, we're watching this area here and this area here. Let's get the scroll right. Make that a little larger. You can see them without me even changing the cursor. Bang, 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 all these straight lines. Now just watch them. Here they go. And you can see there is exactly the same as there. Same shape, same crap. But it's condensation. If only. And you just see them move more or less from just part of the South Island out there, and they go just about up to, say, Nelson. And you can actually see more there. Bang, bang, we've got a wee parallelogram appearing up there. There we go. Watch them dispersing, spreading, and so on. Now, only just weak. I'm quite pleased to see it after a lot of years of studying this crap. My video was picked up by a bloke in Australia, Max, who carries the Crow House video channel. I'm not going to play the whole lot, but you can see there Australian water deprivation and acidity fueled fires. I'm just going to play you a snippet.
We're dealing with. Now, there's a report that was sent to me by a guy as well, very, very small YouTube channel. He's got about 300 subscribers or something. I think he's a Kiwi guy, really trying to get the message out. And he did a little bit of a test with aluminium oxide. I'm going to show you a little bit of his report here. He shows you a photograph at the start here of the spraying over New South Wales. Now think about it, folks, these are not contrails. And he shows you a little bit in this as well that there are reports that talk about adding aluminium to jet fuel in order for cloud seeding. That's what they're talking about. So you've got to understand as well, the people that do this, that even create these fuels, because when you look at this, you might think, well, we should find the companies that are supplying the jet fuels. That's the culprit. But they might just be told, no, you've got to put this in here because we need it for cloud seeding. See, everything's so compartmentalised that, you don't know who to blame. But have a listen to this. He gives you some pretty vital information here. Have a listen to this. I'm a little bit shaky with finding the parts through the clip, folks, so bear with me, but I'll just show you a couple of bits of it. This is on April the 16th. 2016. What we're looking at, all in here, you can see these white lines. I've gone over and over this numerous times. It's probably one of the best images I've found, as it's only one image per day, at one particular moment of the day. But what these trails are, media like to have you believe is condensation trails. Well, I'll tell you what, it's far from condensation trails. You just got to have a look at the likes of Welshback seeding patent. Here we have it. Well, what it says in here, stratospheric Welshback seeding for reduction of global warming. There's those magic words, global warming. Such materials also include Welshback materials and the oxides of metals. Alright? Oxides of metals. Now, we would go over here and it says one technique proposed to seed the metallic particles was to add the tiny particles to the fuel of the jet airliners. If these forests are burning so damn ferociously and so large, and this is not just locally, New Zealand, Australia, this is globally. And remember as well, folks, that this is just basic aluminium oxide he's using here. What we're dealing with in the spraying is nanoparticulates of aluminium oxide. I mean, it's been reduced to nano form, and it's also been bonded with barium and strontium, which is essentially sparkler dust. And we know this because this is what we're finding in the soil samples and the water samples, we find elevated levels of all three elements. It's not just aluminium, it's aluminium, barium and strontium.
What happens when aluminium oxide comes to a flame? See it liven up. You see that flame chasing up to the container.
He's heating the rainwater off and drying it out again. So it's been soaked in rainwater.
Turn off the gas. All the water's evaporated. And the aluminium is still there. So now we'll just remove them, turn it back on. So now we're back in the flame. So this is what was soaked. As you can see, it's back to powder form. No dissolving in the water. It's still full of life. So the only way to get rid of that, burn it.
The only way.
So you've just seen a wee snippet. You can find that on YouTube. Plus you can find mine, South Canterbury Skywatch. It's unreal. Those fires that were sent over the ditch are beyond any explanation, but people need to wake up and see what the hell is going on. You just flash back to February. I've done a couple of videos last year about February, and Nelson had those wicked fires let rip. Get what, people? It's highly likely to happen again. Be prepared. But interesting thing here, acid rain. Acid rain is caused by mixing the moisture in the atmosphere with sulfur dioxide, nitrous oxides forming sulfuric acid and nitric acid, and precipitation that falls to earth. Volcanoes and forest fires are also release oxides into the air that cause acid rain. We hear people talking about the cows shitting in the rivers, rah, rah, rah. One, I will never blame the cow cockies for that until people open their eyes and see what else is going on. And also it says here, in addition, acid rain causes clay soils to release metals, including aluminium and magnesium, which further lower the pH of the water. Why your rivers, why your watering holes, why all your favourite little wet spots, why they all of a sudden getting these strange things happening. You know, people, I've run out of time to do any more on this, but eyes up. Wise up. Eyes up, wise up. Here we go. That's what you're looking for, the carriers.